I'm Brittany, this is Shenwei, and welcome to Alien Stage. This has actually been requested a few times, and then very fortunately for me, someone offered to commission it this month as part of my monthly short series or movie commission slot. So here we are, but I don't really remember it because I kind of binged it all in one go, and by the time I got, just one or two music videos in, I knew that I wanted to do something like this again should the opportunity present itself. I knew I wanted a kind of a do-over. And so that's what this is. But this time, I'll be watching a music video all the way through and then going back and doing my best to dig in and dissect and make sense of things that I'm seeing. Because there's a lot of stuff that's shown, and these music videos can go by kind of quickly, and they're telling you a lot. And if you comb through, it feels like that would be extremely rewarding to really kind of piece together the universe, rather than just reading up on what everyone else has already figured out. I thought it would be fun to kind of come through and do it myself. However, YouTube really likes its deep dives and its reaction videos separate. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you're getting the more reaction version of this. And if you're over on the Patreon, you will be getting both the reaction and the deep dive.
나의 클레마티스 시면에서 핀 희망.
It's beautiful.
오 나의 클레마티스 항상 곁에 있어줘.
Actual chills. Actual fucking chills.
네 눈 안에 은한 별빛이 펼쳐지네. 끝없이 깊은 남은 네 향으로 널 찾아. 무안에서 잠들어도 내 우주 떠나지 마. 오 나의 클레마티스 시면에서 핀 희망. 오 나의 클레마티스 항상 곁에 있어줘.
I can't remember which one fucking dies.
당신은 신을 믿나요? 옛날의 인류는 신을 믿고 종교를 가졌대. 사람의 힘으로 해결할 수 없는 것들이 신의 뜻이라 믿고, 온 우주가 지구를 향해 돌았다는 말도 믿고, 감히 닿을 수 없는 하늘과 이어지는 곳은 신이 사는 곳이었던 거야. 인류가 우주를 나온 순간부터 우리 모두 신을 잊어버렸어. 헌데 신을 믿는다는 것이 인간적인 거라면, 내가 인간으로서 할 수 있는 것이 믿는 것이라면, 나의 신, 나의 우주. 오 나의 클레마티스 시면에서 진 희망. 오
What the? I'm sorry, there's still like 18 seconds. Ah! Right. Yeah, because it's a whole competition thing. Right. Who just does something like that? Truly. Who? Like, this was instantly a phenomenon, wasn't it? This instantly made waves. Because this does not strike me as something that people would respond to the first, installment of and be like, oh, this is interesting. But then it's like the second or third one that really blows the doors off. That does not strike me as something that happened here. The concept and drama and gut-wrenchingness and beauty of the music is so strong and so cohesive and so life-ending. This had to have made waves with just this first thing. Because who the fuck introduces a project like this? Who goes this hard, this fast? It's insane. It is ridiculous. That being said, let's take a deeper look into it. This deeply sad fucking story that they are telling. Okay. God, that means I have to go slowly through all of this. All right. No. Go away. Okay. All right. So I am going to have the volume down pretty low for me, which then it should also be for you, just so that it's a little less jarring as I stop and start. Okay. So they are, conceptually speaking, they are singing this in the... Why is my mic? Why is my mouse not cooperating? Okay. In the present moment, they are competing. This is the song that they are competing with. So everything else then is a flashback. I'm saying this, I guess, for everybody's edification. So that we can just anchor ourselves real quick, because they're doing a lot narratively and they're framing a lot in very clever, unique ways. So in the present, they are competing and the rest is flashback for the most part. Okay, so they have collars, as we so awfully know. But they're being, and there are other images that, suggest that they're being raised and bred to compete in this American Idol vocal competition for the amusement of all of these ghastly fucking alien creatures, which automatically says a lot of things just about reality shows. And I think one of the things that makes it even more interesting is the fact that it's the audience is what is, as far as I can remember anyway, the audience are ghastly, bloodthirsty, callous monstrosities who, no matter what they see, they still vote because they do not regard these people as anything other than fodder for their entertainment. So we've already said so much about the entertainment industry to begin with. But the fact that it's centered on the audience enjoyment and not, if I remember correctly, any one like mastermind doing all of this, it's literally just the culture that is perpetuating this, that has, for lack of a better word, dehumanized humanity to the point of being cannon fodder for their amusement. So right at the outset, we are being called out for what we do to the people in the name of deriving entertainment from them. And not even really, strictly speaking, just on stage or behind or in front of the camera or in music, anything like that. Not even necessarily that, just celebrity culture in general. The way we delve into people's lives and spin tabloids and try to just extract all of the tea, the misery, as much as possible, no matter how damaging that is to the person providing the entertainment. It's already fucking incredible. So these girls have been raised to do this. And I find it interesting that they're groomed for this in such a pleasant, at least part of it is very pleasant. They're outdoors. They have grass. There's a mountain range in the background. They're allowed to be out to pasture sometimes. They're provided that kind of enrichment. They're even possibly just allowed to be alone because of the collars, so they're never really alone. But still. It's stunning, the art here. The way that they're able to do so much with not even like the highest budget is incredible. There was something on her neck, actually. Hang on. What was that? Let me get the subtitle away. S-U... Is that a B? There's something on her neck. Hang on. Gotta write that down. Neck. S-U-B? Also, I have not seen anything that indicates their names either. Catching a robot fish, that really speaks to the technology. As does this. This is the first shot where we really get a sense of the greater like society in terms of levels of technology. So we have flying, they're obviously not cars, but we have flying transportation that seems very casual. It's not just like an airplane, right? Although that little thing over there kind of looks airplane-ish, but there's very much like flying saucer and then like this towering spire over here. So it gives you a little bit of a hint that it's not just all, you know, grass and sunshine. There is an urban aspect to it, and it does involve technology that's greater than us over here in 2025. Oh, they're underneath a tree. I had them underneath an overhang. See, and they're both so happy that they passed. So, like, is it rounds of competition just to get to the stage? Maybe I kind of remember something like that. And that's the only thing that really makes sense, that they're so happy that they passed, that they're good enough to pass, which is like the audition process to even get on American Idol, which, okay, full disclosure. I went with my sister to support my sister a long time ago. But since I was going with her, I figured, why the fuck not? I may as well just audition. I have auditioned at a cattle call for American Idol. Just so that we all know that I'm bringing just a tiny scrap of experience from just the cattle call and that rounds of elimination before you even get onto the stage. That's what it feels like, even though all we've seen is just a pass. They've passed. That's all we know. And they're so happy because it means they're not dead yet. The coloring. Oh, it was an A. Is it S-U-A? Is that her name? I haven't seen anything on the other girl's neck. Pink girl. Oh, yeah, that's the... Yeah, the results. Okay. And see, we're halfway through before we even get any sense of round one, this person versus the other person. The way that information is so cryptically laid out is obviously a huge reason why this series is so popular. And I wouldn't have gone back to do a deeper dive like this if I thought that they weren't using such intentionality with everything they do, which for me warrants breaking it down to the minutia, because they so clearly put thought behind everything that they reveal in every image and every detail of the image. Very obviously. So round one. Uh-huh. Sure. Oh, sorry. I didn't turn subtitles back on. Now is when they're actually posing some questions and telling you what's going on. But they have led with emotion. I mean, just with the song, they've led with emotion. And I think it really served them to lead with this kind of a dirge almost, something so sad and so emotional, contrasted with the teeth gnashing, hungry crowd. Because it really anchors the whole project in that feeling, in that we're going to explore a lot of stuff, but at its core, this is terribly fucking sad. That this is what humanity has been reduced to. And this is the kind of suffering that is happening to people. That was a very, very smart and not obvious way to start. They could have started with something, super clever and sadistic and really like attention grabbed in that way. They could have gone with something much more flashy, but instead they were like, there might be a lot of flash and style around it, but at its core, this is a fucking travesty. This should be making you a bit ill. And it should also be making you think of how we treat entertainers who are also, people. Starting out with you, do you believe in God, Jesus?
신을 믿나요? 옛날의 인류는 신을 믿고 종교를 가졌대. 사람의 힘으로 해결할 수 없는 것들이 신의 뜻이라 믿고.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to go back and take that in again. Because there's obviously a lot going on in this image. Yeah, so it was more robots that took humanity down, because you can see this one poor guy getting cut through with a laser. And it says, God is with us. But there's a drop on the sign. There's a drop of some sort of liquid that's being crossed out. Is it like oil? Like no robots, considering that we are fighting machines? Very spidery, creepy machines. But that's funny that it's framed around God, though. Something like anti-machine being like, God is with us. And like, once upon a time, mankind believed in God and had religion. So, like, were these machines... Why would these machines have a problem with belief? Hang on.
사람의 힘으로 해결할 수 없는
They
것들
believe the things that cannot be solved by human strength
신의 뜻이라 믿고
are the will of God. Right, yes. Things that humans cannot achieve are therefore considered miracles by God. So was it just a power thing? Did these machines come in and try to be like, no, we're your God. We have a capacity that so far exceeds yours. We are your God. And so much of humanity was like, no, we have our God and it's not you. This is the first shot we get, really, of the stage, right? I believe so. I'm skimming through real quick just to see. Well, no, like, we've seen them on stage in the sense that they have microphones. And then obviously we are told that it's a round, and you're like, oh, okay, they're on a show. We get like a glimpse of the stage, but this is an actual like bird's eye view. We can put them really in a place now. And it's not even them, because it's just explaining a little bit about how this world works. So we've got this guy. Who is this guy? Red-haired guy who's being used as an example and performing alone. Interesting. He doesn't immediately like jump out, because I can't remember everybody else who we meet along the way. I can't really remember what they looked like. I'll keep him in mind though, red hair guy. See if he pops up later, or if they were just like, here's an avatar, so that you know that there's a variety of people performing and it's not just these two girls who are like pop stars or something. It doesn't feel like he would be a random throwaway image, though, because, like, there are no throwaway images in this thing. But I love that we still haven't seen... We're not clocked with the audience yet. They're just a bunch of lights. And oh, aren't they pretty?
우주가 지구를 향해 돌았다는
Believe that the entire universe revolved around Earth. That is generally kind of a tenet of faith. You do kind of have to think that we are particularly important if something like a being as powerful as religion believes in is directly involved with us.
온 우주가
Believe that
지구를
the
향해
entire universe
돌았다는
revolved
말도
around Earth,
믿고
yeah.
감히 닿을 수 없는
Thought that the place that connected with the sky, which they could not dare to reach,
신이 사는 곳이었다.
was the place where gods lived. The fact that it's paired with the image of these two girls reaching, and that this is really the place where gods lived, and two humans experiencing such joy just being together. That's fucked up. Jesus, what were they saying to me?
감히 닿을 수 없는 하늘과 이어지는
Thought that the
곳은
place that connected with the sky,
신이 사는
which they
곳이었다.
could not dare to reach, was the place where gods lived. So this wasn't even, I suppose, when humanity went to war with machines, aliens, what have you, they were not yet capable of spaceflight? That's what that says to me. And that would be, I guess, part of the reason why they were so easily overwhelmed, because if this has happened before we even really knew how to get out and like land on the moon in space, then that would make us even more, that would make us tissue paper compared to, I guess, slightly more resilient tissue paper. It's not like this happened, you know, like if it happened in the year, 4000 or whatever, where we were jet set in space, but we still got overrun by aliens and whatnot. It's not like it's that. They're setting it up to be like we were overwhelmed before we even had a chance.
거야.
And so therefore space was this, therefore for them space was this place of of heavenly possibility, divine possibility. We are not capable of touching this sky. And so we believe that there is a God who can, and that is where we put our faith. They looked at space and the sky as so holy. And then when they actually got an answer from space, it subjugated their entire race. We're 2.5 minutes in.
인류가 우주를 나온 순간부터 우리 모두
From the moment humanity left the universe, I stand corrected. I mean, I feel like thematically it's still relevant. But from the moment humanity left the universe, we all forgot God. Unless it's not like we didn't hop in, you know, a rocket and leave the universe. It was more like once we were stolen. And so once humanity's planet was overrun and we were like flung into space for the amusement of aliens, we all forgot God. That was it for humanity's faith. Because how could faith survive that kind of answer from the space that you've been, the sky and the space that you've been treating with such a holy lens?
신을 잊어버렸어.
Which also goes a long way to say that, you know, their faith kind of period was crushed. But if belief in God is human, if all I can do as a human is to believe,
믿는 것이라면 나의 신,
my God,
나의 우주,
yeah, is you. They didn't even have to say it. I let a lot of images go by there because it's so fucking sad. Okay. I was too focused on the goddamn fucking words. Because now humanity had its faith crushed by being overwhelmed. And now... But if it's human to have belief, it is human to put faith in things. And since I can no longer believe that God is the answer for everything humanity cannot do, since I no longer have faith in a God, all I can do is put that kind of belief and reverence and faith and love in you. And then one of them gets shot in the head. I thought this would be fun. I thought this would be a fun time to have. Why did I think that? I may not remember shit about what this was when I first watched it, but I at least had that impressed upon me. But I was like, no, I'll take apart Alien Stage for the commission. Okay. This is another good glimpse of the type of procedure, the rounds, the qualifying rounds of even making it onto the Alien Stage that we get. They're in a lineup.
내가 인간으로서 할 수 있는 것이 믿는 것이라면 나의 신, 나의 우주.
She's the happiest one. She's the one who kept so much joy. And she loses by 1. I'm letting too many images go past against. Again, I'm so sorry. By one vote. I mean, it doesn't make a difference. One of them was always going to die, but there's something about them being one fucking vote off. If there's a tie, do they both die? I don't know. I can't remember. 87 to 86. And now, before she's even killed, now the lights come up on the audience. moments before she's shot through the fucking head. And they're all holding their little lights. And they're all fucking monsters. This guy even has binoculars over here. Thanks for that. The ecstasy, the spittle from their mouths, they're so overjoyed. And now the lights come up a moment before she's killed, and then the moment after, we get the close-up of these Ghostbusters ass looking motherfuckers. The insect-like guy over here, the kind of Yeti-ish dude over here, and then the guy on the far left who was kind of giving Ghostbusters to me, Slimer, whoever. These disgusting, gnashing, gleeful, sadistic creatures. And every characteristic that you can discern about them, they're saying about the real humans here on planet Earth in 2025 that's not fictional. That it's just such a visceral call out. And audiences don't usually like being called out. Which is why this whole project is a little risky, because that doesn't usually go down well. We don't like having this kind of ugly mirror held up to us. We don't like re-examining our role in things, especially dynamics like this, because it forces us to see people as human who we don't want to see as human. We just want them to be, if we dehumanize them and they're just the avatars who entertain us, then we can be delighted when we hear about the 20-year marriage breaking up because he cheated on her, right? We can consume all of that good tea and content, and we can demand more and more and more of them from their performance, even if it means that they develop eating disorders and drug habits and they no longer feel like a person. Who the fuck cares? You're getting to perform. We're paying you to perform. So we can destroy you, and that's fine. Hope withered in the abyss. Fuck off. Okay, hang on. This abyss. This is the abyss where Hope goes to die. The guards look humanoid, though. I mean, I suppose, given a universe like this, where there's such, extreme forms of life, they don't necessarily have to be human, but they look very humanoid, and they're using, like, guns. So I'm curious about that. Ooh! That's a great shot. Her fucking face. She's not blinking. The shine of that fucking... Is it a necklace? What do we call this? Is it a necklace? We should be calling them chokers, if you want my opinion. So I'm just going to call them chokers. The chokers are interesting. Because why are they taken off for the performance? It's the only time we've seen them off, I think. So, like, why? What is their function? Or is it just like an aesthetic thing? So that they look like performers and not prisoners. But as soon as they're done, the choker goes back on. Does the light turn green? Did I imagine that? I did. Okay, so the light stays red, but it was green earlier. Round one. Oh, she gets to advance. Yay. Yeah. So there's round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, it's at 5 and then the final 6, which, considering the titles of the videos, that tracks, I believe. Although there's something weird about, like, there's not a round 4, and I'm sure there's a narrative reason for that. I just cannot remember what it is. So that is interesting. I wonder if I'll remember as we go. So that was round 1, right? That's the last image. Yeah, that's round 1. A beautiful fucking song. Simply stunning and heartbreaking. And this is one of the best opening salvos that I've ever seen. This is truly, I really want to know, I mean, I want to know everything that went into making this and like whose idea it was. All right, it's Vivinos. I really want to hear about everything, but I specifically want to hear about how they arrived at this concept and what it took, because you don't get to something this good and this specific and this hard-hitting without a lot of discussions and a lot of trying things that don't work and a lot of versions. So I particularly want to hear about round 1 for those reasons. Shit. So that's round 1. And then there's, oh right, because it's kind of presented like an episode of anime. So then I think this is actually the next one, which is just called Alien Stage, I think is supposed to be the credits, like the opening credits, opening titles, the title sequence, which would explain why it's just a little bit under 2 minutes, because that's very title sequency. So we're starting out in space. Okay, I'm gonna watch this through as per usual, like the first one. Watch it through, and then we'll go and we'll comb through, taking what we already know. Gorgeous. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm already in. I'm so sorry. I'm so in analytical mode. I forgot that I don't have to do that right now. All right. Shit. Oh. Oh, her. Oh, there they are. Of course, it's holy. Oh. Ah. God, here we are with religion again. This is so interesting. Okay, first of all, funky ass title song. You love to see it. It may not go down as like my favorite music. Hello. It may not go down as like my favorite music in the whole thing, but suitable. A very strong choice for a title song. So let's go and comb back through, because they showed a lot. And in typical, anime title sequence fashion, it gives away a lot because I clocked a couple of things. I recognized a couple of like pairings. I don't remember anything around them though, so I don't think I'm in danger of like kind of spoiling myself. So let's go through, get the volume down for the most part again. Beautiful space. Like stunning. And I love the neon outlines and shit. That's glorious. It feels very, not just sci-fi, but it feels very cyberpunk. Also, like the really rich, vivid colors going with something that's so thematically dark. And of course, the flash of lights. What the hell is it just trash that's orbiting around this? Or is it, I don't know, is it people? No, it's trash. Is it people in with the trash? Because that would simply be too much. I think it's just trash, actually. Okay. It has no meaning, even that, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be picking up on fucking lyrics. I don't have words anymore. It has no meaning. And then there she was, looking out at this. Of course, the whole thing looks like an eye, but it is a window. But that's interesting that they, specifically with this window, went for eye imagery, because the planet itself looks very iris. Or pupil, excuse me. Okay. Is there anything to be gleaned here? No, not really. And I can't tell if the light on her necklace is actually that color or if that's just the light being shown on her that makes it look that way. Even that blue night in the splendid lighting. Well, yes. Okay, I don't have words anymore. It has no meaning. Even that blue night in the splendid lighting. Oh, okay, it was green. White dress dyed red. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Morning probably. It won't. What? A fantastically nauseating image. Very red carpet. But I love the, in sci-fi land, it might not. No. It is. There's keep out on the tape, even if it's just like holographic tape on the tape over here. And I can't quite, no, it still says keep out on the yellow, but it's very, caution tape separating them. But I kind of wonder why. And like, this is rather, why it doesn't just say like caution, or really more like, who are they separating? Are they super protected until they have to perform on stage and probably die? But before that, it's like, no, you can't touch them. You can't screw with them because they have a purpose that doesn't include that. Not that I don't think that there's trafficking going on, but I think publicly, maybe that might be kind of what's happening. But also very on the nose with all of the cameras and the flashes, and how his hands are clearly bound behind his back, and he has his head bowed, and we don't even need to see his face to know that he's fucking feeling awful and subjugated. Ooh, beautiful shot of the eye. The morning probably won't come, why would it? Like a lie, if this is all just a dream. That's so terrifying. What purpose does that serve, is my question. Why is his mouth covered, and why is he being held quite like that? You hug me tight as if nothing happened. I know. We're all just trying to have a little hope in this severe dystopia. What is she holding? Is that flowers? Or is whoever this person is that flowers? Let me see it move a little bit. Oh, no, never mind. It kind of looked like flowers. It may have been some kind of gem. What's going on? Oh, is that an alien? Right behind him? Yeah. This chick and the little boy behind him. Mysterious. Don't remember what exactly her deal is at all, but it's going to be painful because it's Alien Stage. Isn't this guy particularly devastating? My Father, My Universe, they're standing like they're kids in a choir. The lights are green and they're chokers, thank you. They're standing like kids in a choir. And the song is saying, My Father, My Universe. We're back to universe and universal mysteries as faith. Take away the small and weak meat. I mean, we'll get to those soldiers in a second. I haven't said much about the last couple of lyrics because it's all fairly on the nose. Lyrics that are praying to be strong, despite the fact that, you know, I'm having to go through this. Dear God, don't let me die. Let me proceed to the next round. These soldiers could still be human. The single red eye, though, who came up with that? Because that's terrifying. That is some, like, I'm sorry, Dave, I'm afraid I can't do that. That's some very 2001 Space Odyssey bullshit. They were being yanked away. Oh, God. They're being manhandled in the background. I didn't clock that the first time. She's being pulled away, obviously. But where are the kids? Yeah, these kids being pulled. That may just serve as a purpose of being, like, the way these kids are manhandled, mistreated, traumatized, and murdered. And that may just be a very, it's a very evocative image, seeing a child being pulled away like that. And then in the background, they're all being manhandled as well. And this one kid's being held in a lock. Meanwhile, our two girls. Yeah, let me look at these. Obviously, they're like teasery images. But what's with that, like, umbilical cord lifeline up there? He's holding a guitar pick. I thought they were all vocalists. I don't remember anyone playing an instrument, which I could very easily be wrong about. Oh, these are clear images. Thank you. Yeah, that one has the mic. Yeah, these are supposed to be, like, mysterious, evocative images, but I'm very curious as to, this is now, like, the second time we've had this kind of cord coming from a neck, like a leash type of imagery. This is devastating to me personally. There's something, God, I wish I could remember, but we'll find out today. There's something obviously homoerotic going on here, and I can't remember if it's devastating or fucked up. Maybe both. Funny how it goes over Live in Darkness, though. That's also a fucked up image. Hang on. Aye. That's crazy. But as far as a title sequence goes, puts in a lot of emphasis at basically one performer is functionally having to kill the other one, or feel responsible for killing the other one, because if they get more votes, then they're dead. So why wouldn't you more or less just associate that? He looks blissed out, though. I would like more information about them, please. Oh, okay, this is just like electronics. People crowded around. Oh, see? clever, because back in the day when TVs weren't in every single house, you have this kind of quintessential image from around that time of like when something big would happen, like somebody very important died, be it a celebrity or be it like a politician or like Princess Diana, or actually probably older than that, because I think by the 80s TVs were in most households, though not all. But back more in like 50s, 60s, 70s, there's a very like iconic image from that time period in history of a group of people who will be crowded around a storefront window watching the news coverage of some big important thing. And they're very obviously evoking that here. That doesn't necessarily have to be intentional, but that's immediately what I think of, because everyone wants to know, everyone wants to see, even if they are not, even if they don't have a screen at home, which I'm sure for these aliens they do, but they still, like, they could just be out and about, and then they're like, oh, wait, Alien Stage is on, there's a new round. And so they're all crowding around screens because they want to see. That's the entertainment. Who's going to die? Who's going to succeed? Show me proof that you're here now, Lord. You know, fair to be demanding a little bit more direct proof that God exists after growing up in as cattle. Really putting the cattle in cattle call. And then, oh, is this more like a private view? No, there are a couple of humans here. There's an alien here, but there's a couple of humans here. Do they have chokers on? No, but they seem to be zipped up in some kind of jacket. So are 100% of humans subjugated and raised to perform like this? Or is there a tiny section that aren't? Although an alien's right there and like very clearly looming over them. So maybe they're still subjugated somehow? Now, Lord. Beautiful. Perfect. Yes, indeed. Wow. All right. That's the title sequence. So now we get to go to round 2. Fan-fucking-tastic. I've been recording for 45 minutes. And we've watched like a grand total of, what, 6.5 minutes of footage? I thought maybe I would have to get away with having this video be a 2-parter. That may have been naive of me. So we're gonna watch this one, and then that may be the last one I watch for today, and then all of a sudden I've tripped and fallen into a running series. All right, so round 2, which doesn't have, this video doesn't have subtitles, so there's either no need for them, which I'm hoping, but I'll have to like see, because I don't want to go looking for them now because I don't want to have anything, you know, spoiled for me. I don't think this is an official upload, but I'm not entirely sure. So let's just watch round 2. Come on. My mouse is really fighting me. Oh, okay. I stand corrected. One of them does play an instrument. Ooh! Oh, this is gonna be one of my favorites. There's letters on his neck too. Well, look at that. Oh. It is in English. Partially in English? Oh. You're, oh, oh. Oh. Is there like a love square happening? Oh my God. And he advanced. I didn't even see the other guy getting killed. What the fuck? We're definitely coming through this. Holy shit. As far as lyrics, I can't immediately, you know what I'll do since I'm already running long for today. You know what I'll do? I'll go back and I'll look at round 2, like all of the lyrics. I just wrote down round 1. Round 2 for all of the lyrics. But the gist of the subs that there were, I feel like I understand where we're going with this. Blonde guy was in love with pink-haired girl in a from afar, desperate, creepy kind of way. And we didn't even bother focusing on the other guy. That wasn't even what this one was about. This was very much establishing this dude. So let me see. Wait, the other one didn't even have a collar on. He didn't. Huh. I'm really curious to suss out the rules around this choker thing. Okay. So they're coming up from under the stage. He has that umbilical cord thing. He's obviously, the guy with the guitar pick and the thing. That's very clearly him from the titles. We don't even hear the other guy sing. He just immediately commands the stage and runs roughshod over this guy. It's not even a duet. He already looks deranged. This poor brunette, innocent-looking guy. I mean, and also, just stepping back from a narrative standpoint, who looks like the main character and who looks like the red shirt? Right? Who looks like they're going to wind up dead by the end? Let's be real. In anime land, we can all tell. He is already looking fucking deranged. Oh, no, they're just a lot of eyes. I thought they may have been, like, symbols or something. Oh, this is a banger. What is that? It's like a patch kind of on his neck. But the girls didn't have this. And neither does the other. So why does he have this? Why is he on a leash? I mean, it kind of seems like he should be because he's rather unhinged, but why is he on a leash and nobody else is? Oh, that's so good. The flashing, is it a storm? Is it the cameras? What is that about? Is that pink-haired girl? Her hair just looks different because of the lights? She's also dressed very differently. It's also, it's interesting to me how the clothes that they have when they're being raised and trained and everything, are very like hospital gown. It's very hospital, mental facility type of garb. Yeah, so he's watching them from afar, and he is jealous. But, like, Harold, they're lesbians. Blindfolded? What the heck? Blindfolded and either being thrown into the wall or throwing himself into the wall. And it's anyone's guess, to be honest. I just can't get over this. Oh, yeah. What's on his neck? What does it look like? Oh, I can't really tell. No, wait. I think it's an ILL. But I don't know what that first letter is. So, short blonde guy is something ILL. What the heck letter is that? But that would be... I don't think it's a reversed letter because the L's are pointing the correct way. So, what letter is that? I don't know. But something ill. I mean, he looks pretty ill, so... Yeah, no. Don't skip past that, because that's what she had in her hand. That was... I just missed it again. Hang on, I'll go back. There we go. First of all, who the fuck is in the doorway? What is that? I don't even know what that is. Something terrifying is in the door. My brain can't make out what that could even possibly be. Like, I recognize the stylistic choice. I've seen that before with all of the lines and everything. It kind of looks like a person. Is that kind of like... It could also just be an alien, because it's not like the aliens have to look human. So, is he, like, bringing in food? She's holding a chain. Oh, it's that chain of, yeah, flowers. Heart. Oh, okay. And then they're also cuffed. Fantastic. And they're holding cells. That, why you're doing that to me again? Hang on. I'll get there. Hang on. No. There we go. Meanwhile, he is bleeding. His mouth is covered again. His choker's red. Someone is looking in on him because there's light that kind of looks very doorway-ish. But he's muzzled and bleeding. Does he just misbehave and give people shit? And then guards, aliens, whoever, like, keep him in line? Is he not just unhinged about pink-haired girl? He's just unhinged in general? This is a rather nice-looking cell. I wouldn't expect just anybody to have this, actually. So is he kind of a big deal in terms of Survivor? Or maybe he's just really popular? What's beyond the bars, actually? There's a door. Oh, that kind of looks like it's it. But there is a door to the bars, and there's no door in the bars. So if there is a door, it's from where we're looking. It's in the fourth wall. But someone can come in and talk to him from the other side. A viewing area of sorts. All right. And he's composing. He's working. Still beaten to shit. Not bleeding, but scratched up and bruised. How many? Oh, there's a sketch of her over here. There's another sketch of her over here. Oh, how many songs has he written about her? With her as the muse. I'd kill to be able to read the notes that are scribbled on here. What's with the leash? Till. Oh, it was a T. Oh, then that must have been just a stylistic animation choice. Till. That is his name. Till. And then Sua was the short-haired girl who's no longer with us. Yeah, still don't know what pink-haired girl is. Still haven't seen red-haired guy, I don't think, at all, from round one, or the title sequence. No, round one. Oh, they passed. They were so happy. He passed. He made it. And he's still... Oh. You know, it's kind of giving... It's kind of giving... incel a little bit. He's, like, kind of blaming her for not being into... Let me see more lyrics. Although, wait, hang on. He was looking... He's not beaten to shit. But he's holding his hands up. Like, in, you know, a very have mercy on me kind of way. Hang on. Was there any image leading into that? Or was that just the only one we had to go on? Like, did we see what he was holding his hands up for? No. He's just holding his hands up. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, see? That's very pleading. See? How dare you think this time's enough? Oh, see? It's... The guitar was organic. That's... disgusting. And so weird. There's like brain over here, and that's clearly a bodily organ of some sort. But it's got that green alien type thing. Fascinating. I don't really know how that fits in. I don't know why that's relevant. That just seems to be, by the way, at least some guitars have organic matter. See, even when he's happy, he looks unhinged. Well, happy. Wait. What was she looking at? Oh. She's watching him. She's watching him perform right now. She's watching this. She's gotta know, right? That has to be the point of showing this. That she knows how he feels. And that this crush obsession thing has gotten to this point, and then he just succeeds, so he's still alive and feeling like this. And she doesn't seem terribly happy about it. On the other hand, she did just lose Sua, so maybe she's just not happy in general. I'd have to see her face, but body language, not happy. Oh yeah, see, that is her. It was just weird lighting. That is for her hair. That is her sitting there. And he's on this leash. They are separated. There is distance there. Woohoo! Sinister red. Thank you so much. Because I like it better. You feel like you're crazy. There's a reason for that. Overdose indeed. Oh, was that him being taken into custody after he won? Yeah, it was. I don't know if that happened so fast. I don't know if YouTube will be fine-tuned enough to let me... No, I don't think so. Eh? Ah, okay. Yeah, I think it is him just being detained after performing. Overdose indeed, sir. Fascinating. Yeah, now he's back there again. What's written on his A and a symbol? Okay. He was beaten to shit and he's bleeding because he broke the guitar? Oh, he's sad. Meanwhile, this guy... Is this like a love square? Because he's looking at Till. Correct? That's him, right? Yeah. You have the short blonde hair over here in the green. You've got pink-haired girl here in the middle. And then you have this guy over here to the side. Who's not looking at her. He's looking past her. Yeah, see? Because she's right here. He's not... The impression is that he's looking right past her. I think there's some kind of gay as hell love square situation happening in this incredibly awful situation. That's interesting. That's really interesting to me. I'm very excited. Is he the next round? Do we get to hear from him next? Come on. Round 2. Till advances. Okay. Oh, that was smart too. Well, yeah, we're going round by round, so obviously we wouldn't... Well, no, it is smart because they could have just had this, this duo right here, happen, and then we get to see who Pink Hair Girl is going to be versus, but instead they're doing it like bracket by bracket. No, that's cool. Oh, shit. Okay. Wow. I've got to know. I've got to know if the next round is short, black-haired guy. Oh, it looks like it is. Oh, is it? Come on. Yes. Okay. Fuck. I am gonna go ahead and call it here for today, but I will absolutely be back. So I guess this is now a series that I'm doing instead of just a one and done kind of situation, which is entirely my fault. The monthly commission should just be your garden variety reaction. I thought that I wouldn't go as crazy as I am, but then again, it's me, so I probably should have realized that. So the fact that it's taking me a lot longer and I'm gonna have to do it in several parts is entirely my fault. It is so me. That is me. I do not have to be doing it like this. I am choosing to. So stick around for when I keep yapping on about this. I'll be back as soon as I can with more Alien Stage. But in the meantime, please remember to take care of yourself.